Well, hi, everyone. This is Keith with Positively Osceola. Welcome to Positively Osceola Live. And, we pride ourselves on having premium entertainment here at Positively Osceola. Certainly tonight is no different as we are bringing you the best. I guess we should start calling it Positively Osceola Plus, but not likely. We are really excited about tonight. It should be a lot of fun. So hope everybody's ready for a good one. Here we go. A good friend of ours, Eric Godfrey. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. I'm not sure you know what you got yourself into, but we'll see what happens.
True. That is true. So, so I will certainly have you introduce yourself to everybody, and I happened to zone into Click Orlando and caught the fact that you did a show over there and loved it. Those guys are great.
They were wonderful.
So that kind of inspired me to bug you, and it was appropriate when they introduce you to kind of go through the different hats that you wear. So I'm going to kind of ask you to do that because most of us know you certainly in and around the St. Cloud area from St. Cloud High School. But kind of for those folks who somehow slip through the cracks and don't know who you are, why don't you give us the whole spiel of your background in here?
Well, my name is Eric Godfrey. I own a company called Bacon King USA. I just started it, but my background is a little bit diverse. I spent many years as a stand-up comedian. I spent many years as the opening act and then became the road manager for the comedian Carrot Top. Then when I got off the road in 2005, I was a real estate agent. And then when the market tanked, I drove a school bus for Osceola County. And then I became a teacher in 2008, taught science, chemistry and physics. Students, and then the last 6 years before last year, I was the athletic director at St. Cloud High School, and then I went back to the dean's office, and this is my second year back in the dean's office. I've owned this company. I've owned a company called Dead Ball Entertainment, where I built inflatable football tunnels and built CO2 special effects. Just to try to keep myself busy.
I think you've accomplished that for sure. So, earlier during the promo with Nolan Bottomley, you said we're only going to be talking about bacon. So,
yeah, I mean,
we can
talk about anything you want, but
So let's talk bacon. So why don't you go ahead and describe what you're doing right now and how people can get plugged into what you're doing.
All right. Well, first of all, I started a company, Bacon King USA. We have a website, baconkingusa.com. It's a gourmet website. It's a gourmet bacon, as far as I'm concerned. I'm able to produce 5-pound slabs of bacon. It is never frozen. It is made with the freshest ingredients. It's a cured meat product. So there's a little bit of a curing salt that's used, but I use just enough to cure the meat. I don't use heavy chemicals like you would get in a store-bought bacon. It takes 10 days for my bacon to go through the whole curing process, where store-bought bacon can happen as quick as 30 minutes. And there's a lot of chemicals going on there. I guess you could say if there's a healthier bacon, I would say mine is the healthier choice. But that's what we do. And I'll make your bacon. I'll do it for you. I've got different kinds. If there's a certain taste you're looking for, we can create that for you, and we can go through the curing process, and we can smoke it, and we can seal it and send it to you. But better yet, if you're in the Central Florida area and you've always wanted to learn how to make bacon or how bacon is made, I offer a class called the Bacon King Experience, where you come. Right now, it's currently at Jimmy Bear's on some Wednesdays and Saturday nights. It'll start back up in August. You'll actually get your own 5-pound slab of pork belly. And I go through the whole curing process, how to calculate the cure with the curing salt and all the different ingredients. And we'll actually go through that process there. And then when the whole thing is over, you get to take that home with you, and you'll finish the 10-day cure at home with the instructions that I give you. And I'll teach you how to smoke it on a smoker, or actually get a smoke flavor if you can use your oven. You don't have to use a smoker. And then you'll have your very own 5-pound slab of bacon that you yourself created. You get out, a Bacon King t-shirt, and you get the knowledge on how to do this for the rest of your life. So store-bought bacon, you're $10, $12 a pound. You can buy the pork belly for $6 a pound, do it yourself, and half the cost. So, it's a long-term thing. And it seems like everyone who's done it so far has really enjoyed it. I can do a simple little PowerPoint. I go through the history of how curing became, 3000 BC, a long time ago. And I show a couple of videos of where the pork belly comes from on a pig and all that stuff. And then we go through the whole process, and you actually learn something.
For some reason, I envisioned you inside teaching the bacon experience, and literally like 1,000 people a line out the door, because everybody does love bacon.
You know, that would be awesome. I would love to, but actually what I do, I do keep the class sizes small. I do a maximum of 15 people, just for the individual attention that some people may need, or questions that come up. And everyone, like I said, has seemed to have enjoyed it. I've done probably 7 or 8 classes so far, I think.
So when you were a kid, did you envision yourself someday being the king and then achieving?
No, absolutely not. No. This whole thing came because it's a play on the Tiger King. You know, the pandemic hit that happened, and I looked it up, and nobody's really called a company this. There is a Bacon King, but it's a hamburger from Burger King. So I added the USA to avoid all copyright infringement, and we're going from there. And just like I've told people, you know, listen, this is just an idea that I had. I'm going to run with it. If it turns out to something, great. If not, well, we've had fun doing it. And my only goal really right now is to make enough money to where I can hire a photographer and do a photo shoot where I dress up as the Tiger King, down to the knee brace and the eye, the eyes, and get a picture with me with a bunch of pigs.
Nice.
That's my goal.
Well, so, you raised the bar awfully high.
Well, you know, you got to start off somewhere.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you know, St. Cloud High School, failure is not an option. So we'll see what happens if we're able to do it. But luckily, even with just what's happened with Channel 6 and stuff, I've already sold a couple of the Bacon King experiences. So we'll be doing those coming up in August.
So if that's where the story leads, so what do you do after becoming the king? I mean, where do you go from here?
Well, you hire a bunch of people, hopefully, and you just sit back and watch them work. Isn't that what a king does?
I think it's that way. So right now you're doing it. Now, I'm not sure you just covered this. I know we talked about it earlier. So if you all also have an availability to take it to other locations, correct?
Sure. The Bacon King experience right now is currently being conducted at Jimmy Bear's, the barbecue restaurant here in St. Cloud. Benny is my partner. We also own Porky's Comedy Club together. He's my partner in the comedy club, and he owns Jimmy Bear's. And he's been very gracious to allow me to use his kitchen as my commissary, which I have to be licensed with the state. And so I go in there on Mondays and Tuesdays when the restaurant is not open, and that's when I do everything that I need to do with making the cures and the pork bellies and all that stuff and get all that done. But the Bacon King experience that takes place there is actually able to move. So if somebody in Claremont wants to get a group of people together, like a church group or just a guys group, whatever, and I can get at least 10 people to make it worthwhile for me, I can pack it up real easy. And I have 3 cases, and I can drive up there. I bring the pork belly with me, and we can do the exact Bacon King experience there that I do at Jimmy Bear's here in St. Cloud. Awesome.
Now, you referenced pork certainly a couple times, and we would expect that would be the typical meat you would use, but it's not. In what I was reading earlier, it's not just pork. If you have another meat you like, you can go that direction, right?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, just today we got a whole shipment of it's the cow version of pork belly from a pig. It's called beef table, and and you do that. You can cure it just like you do pork belly, and you can actually create a beef bacon. So I got 3 different 10-pound slabs of that in my refrigerator, and I'll be curing those in the next coming days. And we're going to experiment with that because, you know, there's about 40% of the population that either won't eat pork or can't eat pork.
Right.
So why leave them out from this, you know, breakfast delicacy, you know? So we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens.
So would that include, because we see turkey bacon, obviously, does that include bringing out the bird?
Absolutely not. No. There is no such thing. I've had turkey bacon, and we're just going to leave that alone. I'm not going to mess with turkey bacon whatsoever.
Pretend I didn't bring it up. So do we have to, so now if I see you on the sideline at St. Cloud High at a football game, do we have to address you as such as the king, or is it just something?
That is your personal preference. I will respond to anything.
That's great. So, so if, I think we all kind of take it for granted that, as we call bacon, the candy of meat, but what is it really that makes it, in your eyes, since you're the king of bacon, what makes it as ridiculously awesome as it is? It does make everything better.
It's been around forever. The curing of meats has been around for thousands of years. Some of the research that I found started about 3000 BC in Mesopotamia, where Iran is now. And they found out just that fish, hey, of course there's no refrigeration back then, and fish, they would catch fish all the time. And they found out for some reason, fish that was caught from the ocean would last longer than fish that was caught out of fresh water. And the only difference between the two was the salt. And so they started using salt in packing meats with some sesame seed oil. And that found out that that's how the meats would last longer. And just through a process and a period of time, things have changed to this. And pork belly at one time was basically a throwaway. And then they decided to do this. It gives it a flavor, salty flavor. It's something that we've all pretty much been exposed to ever since, you're a little kid. And you can't find a breakfast buffet without bacon. Bacon is always there. So we've grown accustomed to it. Now, we've also grown accustomed to the specific taste of that kind of bacon. If you look at bacon you buy in the store, the only real difference is it says this is apple smoked or this is pecan wood smoked. And really, that's the only difference in what they do. But with my bacon, because of the ingredients that we use and the way we cure it, that's the flavoring. They always say the meat, the candy bacon, where they take brown sugar and they put it on the bacon and they cook it. Well, mine is all the ingredients, all the spices, all the sweetness, everything is actually infused into the bacon. So you get that taste without having to put anything on it. And it works out pretty well. I'm
sold. I wish I could drive over right now and grab a slab.
Well, hey, we go. But see, this is not a last minute thing, because it takes from the time you would place an order for a 5-pound slab of bacon. The process takes about 2 weeks. I don't start anything. I don't have anything in storage waiting to go. If you place an order, I get the pork belly. I start the cure process. The cure process, like I said, takes 10 days. After the cure process is done, we rinse the pork belly. Then we let it dry at least overnight, and it forms what they call a pellicle, like a protein layer on the outside. And then that actually helps absorb the smoke. And we smoke it, and then we let it chill, and we seal it up, and we ship it to you. It takes about 14 days.
Awesome. The bacon process.
It's really good stuff. I mean, the first slab I ever made in my life, I was so impressed with what I did. I was slicing it and giving it to people at school.
That's great.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Well, we're excited for you, man. One more time, why don't you tell everybody how they reach out to you, how they can be a part of Bacon King USA?
Well, sure. You can just simply go to our website. It's baconkingusa.com. I got all the information there, the Bacon King Experience. I have Bacon King Experience gift cards. If you have somebody that has a birthday coming up, or, we were big around Father's Day, you can get the gift card, and then they can choose when they want to go. We sell T-shirts, we sell merchandise, we sell hats, but most importantly, we sell bacon. And right now, I will go to farmers markets. I will go to farmers markets in the Osceola County area, and I'll do like 3/4 pound packages of bacon that I sell to farmers markets. Or you can order your own slab of bacon. I have 2 different kinds. I have what I call Simply Salty, which is the taste that is similar to what you get in the grocery store. Right. Of course, a lot better. And then I also have the maple brown sugar bacon that I use, organic maple syrup and brown sugar. And that's your meat candy type bacon. And that's all available in a 5-pound slab. And like I said, 2 weeks of production time, never frozen, shipped right to you.
Awesome. Love it.
That's all right there on the website.
I'm starving now. Well, you know what? I know you've had a long day, and we appreciate you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Keith, and everything you guys do over there at Positively Osceola. You guys are a great resource for the folks of Osceola County.
Well, we appreciate that. We love doing it. You and your family are loved in this area for sure. And
thank you.
Now that you're king, we hope you'll still talk to us.
Well, just whether you catch me on a good day or not, we'll find out.
That's it. We'll at least genuflect when we see you.
Yeah, absolutely. A little head nod. Sure. You got it.
Well, we appreciate you very much, Eric, and you've done a lot of great things, and this is another one for sure. And so we're glad you're part of the community, and thanks for taking the time to be with us today.
Thank you, Keith. Greatly appreciated.
You got it. Again, this is Keith with Positively Osceola with the one and only Bacon King himself, Eric Godfrey, USA, I should point out, together in Osceola County, making a positive difference in and around Osceola County. Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.